Hi, my name's Carrie from the Careers Hub in Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly, and this is my quick guide to, I suppose, approaches to change management, in particular a model called the Kotter Model. But let's start, first things first. So they say that change is the only constant, and we've certainly seen that in the last year. I know that many of our careers leaders have worked really, really hard over a period of 2 years to really develop and improve their careers work, and then had everything just completely turned on its head through COVID. So I think it's often useful to track back to actually a careers guidance strategy that you might have heard in through your careers leadership training or your level 6 guidance training, and that is of Gerald Egan's 3-stage helper model. And when you're looking at change, it's about asking yourself those 3 key questions. We ask the students this when they're going through careers guidance, so actually I think it makes sense that we're asking ourselves. The first question is, what's going on? So what's the story? What are your new perspectives, and where's the value in terms of what you're doing? What does the future look like? What are the possibilities? What are your goals? And what's your commitment to achieving those goals? And finally, how are you going to move forward? So what's the best fit? What's the strategy for moving forward? And when you're thinking in this kind of way, it's really helpful to use your enterprise advisor just as a sort of confidential sounding board in terms of what you're trying to change and what you're trying to achieve. So moving on from that initial starting point in terms of identifying the thing that you want to change, then let's talk about the Kotter model. Now, we've included a model of the diagram alongside this video, but just to explain it, the Kotter model comes in 8 stages, really. So the first one is about creating a sense of urgency about the change that you want to see. And so really forming coalition, that means getting people on board, getting the people who are amenable to your vision to act as a champion for you. So for example, that could be existing staff in school, it could be your students, it could be your enterprise advisor, and always your enterprise coordinator as well. Create that vision for change. I mean, again, linking back to the Egan model, what is it you're trying to change and why? And get ready to communicate that really clearly to others. So in terms of communicating the vision, inform the people that you think are going to be the potential blockers, involve the champions, monitor the bystanders, and engage the preachers to work for you on your behalf. When it comes to stage 5, which is around removing obstacles, it often pays, you've got to be patient because change sometimes takes time. And creating short-term wins, but don't confuse benchmark success with successful long-term change. It might be that everything collapses if you weren't there to lead and drive things. When you see change start to happen, build on it, make it grow, and then ultimately, and this is often a real challenge, to anchor it in the culture. So whatever is happening and whatever's going on will continue happening regardless of your presence, and whether you are there to involve it. That's the key indicator of a really successful change. So this is only a very brief introduction over the course of a couple of minutes, but I really hope that you'll spend some time looking at those models, Gerald Egan, his model for change, and also the Kotter model in terms of helping you to develop careers programs moving forward as we come out of a post-pandemic scenario, and what your careers work is going to look like going forward. I think we'll see a lot of hybrid work, like taking on some of the best things that we've learned through lockdown alongside some of the things that were taking place before, and we wish you every success with this, and we'll be supporting you every step of the way.